Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line, and we suddenly have no background. Fantastic. What a great start to the day. There we go. All right. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm going to try to fix this. But until then, everybody, how the hell are you? How was your weekend? Jesus Christ, this is pissing me off. There we go. All right. There we go. All right. What a damn start to the day. Okay. No more rants. All right. Let's get into how we did on Sunday here, and 3-3. Steph Curry comes through for us. Big win for the Warriors. Kent State, Ball State smashed that one. Fresno State, Nevada. What a big bottom of the ninth there. Aaron Judge, he gets to 2. We don't get 3. Dodgers and the Braves. Oh, we were 1 run from the Dodgers away from forcing it to at least push. And then Sacramento State, Grand Canyon needed 13. We got 11. But such is betting. Such is. All right. So let's get to it. But boys, Big Greg, how we doing, buddy?
Doing good. Happy Monday. Hope everything's going well, and hope everybody had a great weekend.
Yeah, man. Yeah. What about you, Brad? How we doing?
Doing all right, AB. We had a big soccer weekend. You got another big soccer weekend, a really difficult one with not as many fixtures this week, but there's lots to talk about in the world of football. So I'm excited to get into today.
Yeah, man. Let's get into it indeed. All right, so let's jump into our picks here. But first, we got the Howie Schwab crew play of the day. I've got 2 NBA games tonight, game ones. All right, Knicks and the Celtics. Knicks plus 9.5. Celtics minus 9.5. Got the Nuggets plus 9.5. Got the Thunder minus 9.5. Polls in the chat. Vote now. Let me know which way you go. We'll update as we always do at the end of the show. Okay, so let's get into our picks here. Greg, go ahead and start us off, man. What you got?
Yeah, we'll start with the NBA tonight. First off, congratulations to my Warriors. I can't believe we did it last night. That was unbelievable. Thank you to the 3-ball last night. But, yeah, fun one. Tonight, 2 games rolling. We will be jumping on the Thunder. We got them at 9, and I think this is a good spot. Deep series for the Nuggets, heading to OKC, who is rested, who is ready, who is young. I think this is a great spot for the Thunder to jump out and dominate game 1. MLB today, we are taking 2 games. Cubs at home taking on the Giants, who are coming off of the home series against Colorado. They're going across the country. Like the Cubs at home here today. I think it should be a pretty great spot for them. Obviously, a little high with the minus 155, but I think that it is a spot that the Cubs can handle this. Mariners Athletics, we will continue to stay on this trend. Give me the over 9 with playing in the small ballpark. Eventually, we're going to get up to Sacramento and check this one out. I've been there before when it was minor league baseball itself, so we'll need to head back up soon and get in a game there. But I do like the over 9 in this one. Tonight, we are going overseas. For anyone who does not know, we do KBO every single night. We've been doing it every night for the last 6 years. Won our play of the day last night. Went 2-0 on Sunday night, and been a decent season. We're up over double digits already this year, and it's been slow and steady. Play of our evening will be the Kia Tigers team total over 5.5 this evening. I think that they will dominate, put up double digits this morning. I think they do the same tonight. We're also on the LG Twins, who have a drastic pitching advantage. If you don't follow KBO, you're as good. You've heard the term, you're as good, momentum as good as tomorrow's starting pitcher. It is the epitome of that in the KBO. And LG has a good one going tonight. I think that the Twins will handle business and win by more than 2 runs.
There we go. All right, Brad, go ahead. What you got?
Yes, sir. We're headed to this afternoon matchup in the second division of Spain's La Liga and or the Segunda division, depending on what your book has. It's a matchup between Castellón and Sporting Gijón. We're taking both teams to score at minus 140. Castellón come in trending about 78 and 74% of scoring, 29 of 37 matches, including 23 of 31 in the league. So regular scores, specifically when they're at home, but they're a conceder. They've conceded now in 9 straight and 27 of their last 32 league matches. That is trending above 84%. Both teams' scores come in their last 8 of 9. Another reason why we really like today's matchup. And no over 2.5 today, because in 48 straight matches for Castellón, when it's hit over 2.5 goals, it's actually also hit both teams to score. So the both teams to score figure is trending with them. Then you take a look at the Gijon team on the away end. They're now scoring in 27 of 32 league matches. So very similar numbers at 84%, above 8 out of every 10 matches. They've now conceded in 10 straight, 11 of their last 12 away, and 16 of their last 18.
Did he just bounce out? Did we just lose him? I guess we lost him. All right, I'll just go ahead here. We're going to take Pete Alonso, 1+ run, -120. You back with us?
I don't know what happened. I was talking, and then all of a sudden it was gone. So I have no idea where you lost me.
The Illuminati got you. Keep going.
They did. Do you know where you lost me at? Because I was just talking.
No, I don't.
All right.
I mean, you were pretty much towards the end anyway. Like,
okay.
You're good.
Both teams, they're hitting both teams to score like crazy, specifically this away team as well. They're conceding away from home at a very high rate. They're also scoring at a high rate. Good matchup history. Both teams of scores coming in about 75% of both teams. So we're just going to take that. Both teams to score today in the Segunda Division of Spain, Spanish La Liga 2, between Castellón, Sporting Gijon, -140.
There we go. All right, I'm going to go Pete Alonso, 1+ run, -120. Look, this is a risky bet, but everything for the Mets today is juiced, and there's a reason why. But it's out of control, and you can't play hits. You can't play really anything except scoring a run. I mean, quite frankly, I think Pete Alonso is going to score him a run today. Might drive himself in. All right? Might hit him a bomb. Might get on base, have somebody else hit him. Who the hell knows? But he's going to score. So we're going to take him 1+ run here. Mookie Betts, over 1.5 total bases. The Dodgers, +125. Great hitting matchup versus said pitcher. Weather, again, is going to be nice down there in Miami. Although Los Angeles is traveling and on an East Coast tour right now. So be careful there. But again, over 1.5 total bases. Sean Murphy of the Braves. Normally don't bet him. Sean Murphy is rather annoying hitter. However, when he does have an advantage, he takes advantage of that. And we're going to take him over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at +115. And then finally, Jaylen Brown of the Celtics. We're going to take him over 1.5 threes at -115. All right, so those are our picks here. Let's go ahead and jump into the NBA. Like we said, we got 2 games tonight. The Knicks and the Celtics. Excuse me. Celtics 9.5-point favorite at home. Game 1, total of 212.5. And then in game 2, you've got the Nuggets and the Thunder. Thunder 9.5-point favorite, a total of 225.5. Jesus Christ, that's a high number. Feels like the Nuggets literally are just going from one game to the next, but I have been wrong before. Under feels like a play here. Greg, I throw it over to you, man. What do you see? I think you're on mute.
It's always interesting when you get game ones, especially where you've had series that are long versus short. I do think that this one tonight has a chance to stay under. I would not be surprised if I saw the Thunder blowing this one open, yet keeping it under. I could see the Nuggets saying, hey, you know what? It's game 1. Maybe it's not going our way. We're not going to leave our starters out there for 40 minutes and to get run up and down the court. Bite your tongue, work for game 2, move forward. In terms of the Celtics game, the Knicks are a team that I just cannot figure out. Every time I think I've got a sense on who they are, they seem to play like the exact opposite team. So maybe it's just personal bias and I see the Knicks this way, but I think that the Celtics are, again, going to try to get this series over quick. I think above all else, the depth, if they can stay healthy with Boston, is just going to, really give New York fits. And the spread's high for a reason, but I think it is justified. And I wouldn't be surprised if both of these series were fairly quick ones.
Brad, what are your thoughts?
Honestly, I am not crazy about the Knicks. I don't like what they do in the fourth quarter. It seems like it's just Jalen Brunson iso ball, and I don't know if that's really going to work against the Knicks or against the Celtics. It could work maybe in a game or two, but what I think the most, or what I like the most, is probably that under Knicks and Celtics, 212.5.
Yeah, I feel you on these unders. Number one, again, it feels like the Knicks are just coming from one game to the next. The Celtics can absolutely D you up at home. I did laugh, when players get asked, like, how does it feel to, have to go play in Madison Square Garden or, face that crowd at some point? And they're like, the F are you talking about? Like, what, 70 homeless people? Who cares? You know what I mean? Do you see that banner that we just put up last year? Yeah, do you see that? Yeah. Gives a damn. Madison Square Garden. But I do feel you on the under. Sorry I had to get that one in. I'm glad that someone else finally said it. It's the most overrated arena of all time. Don't care about anything that has to do. It hasn't seen a championship since World War I. Franz Ferdinand was still alive. Like, cares. Anyways, all right, under 212.5. I feel it there. Under 225.5. I could totally see it there. Although the Thunder can let it rip. And Denver, I mean, you just never know. Sorry, New York fans, but yeah, I just hear it every day. Like, get over it. Like, great. You got an arena. Awesome. It's not even shaped correctly. All right, here we go. Here are your parlays. First one, Nuggets cover the late game. Celtics money line, plus 138. Second one, plus 272. Both favorites cover. Celtics, 9.5. Thunder, 9.5. There you go. Or go number 3. All right, plus 500. All right, take the under in both games and take the favorite money line in both games. So under 212.5 in the Celtics money line and under 225.5 and the Thunder money line. Those 4 together are plus 500. Greg, where are you going here?
I like the last one at 5-1. It plays into already what I kind of liked with same game parlay with those two to win. Like we just said, we both like the under in this game as well. If I was going to do this, I would look at, finding a way to hedge with the total if I needed to later on the last game. But yeah, I like all 4 of those. I like the final one at plus 500. I think that the money lines fit, and then it's really just a matter of keeping those totals right where we thought.
Brad?
I actually agree with Greg. It's kind of a narrative play. So if you do think that these favorites are going to win, there's a really good chance that it's not going to go over because you need that away team to kind of pick up some of that scoring. So if you think these two are going to dominate and leave it late to where it's almost that no care ball, this is a great look at, especially around plus 500.
Yeah, I agree. Now, I mean, you need 4 things to happen, but I do think that both favorites do win the game. And I mean, look, it's tough. I mean, with these totals, but if I were going to bet anything, I'd go with the under. The first one is interesting to me. Like, I don't know if the Nuggets get blown out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Oklahoma City is good. Like, they're just so good. They could play defense better than people think that they can. They could score on anybody at any time. Man. Yeah, I think. Actually, you know what? Christ. Yeah, I'm going to go with the last one. This one's tough, man. Like, 9.5 points is a lot. I trust it much more. Money lines and unders. Because, again, like, I wanted to go number 2 here. But, yeah, like, I kind of, like, Justin, I agree. Like, the Knicks plus the points is sneaky, man. Like, it's same thing with the Nuggets. Like, 9.5's a lot. Like, yeah. I think playing the money lines, man. I think that's where I'm gonna go. I think that's where I'm gonna go. Let's see. Matty Boy said disagree. Hate the Rangers and the Knicks a lot. Growing up in Jersey, it's the coolest place to see a game or a concert. I mean, I could be wrong. I could have just had a bad breakfast and been pissed off about that. Christian, what's good, man? Yeah, Jokic triple-double plus 12 tonight. I think he fills the sheet up. Probably going to score a lot here. Bad spot for Murray to have to guard. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, plus 120. I got you. Yeah. Austin said, good morning, crew. Yeah, if you could hit that like button, man, that'd be huge, 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 huge. Yeah, New York fans, I apologize. I just had a bad breakfast and was upset about it because I was kind of looking forward to it. And it let me down once again. Such is life. All right. So let's get into points and threes. So we'll start game one. All right. Brad, I throw it over to you. Player points for the Knicks, player points for the Celtics. You can go over or under. What do you look? What do you like?
Well, for the Knicks, the first thing that catches my eye is just 3 points for Campaign. I think he can get in there, and he loves that little sideways 3-point shot, little left-handed flick. So I think he can get at least 1-3. So the Campaign over at 2.5. For the Celtics, it's hard because this ball can be spread around to just about everybody. But game one, if this is not a blowout, give me Jason Tatum over 27.5. He's just thirsty.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, dude, he went off to end that the previous series. Went off. I mean, the dude was just, I think he cleared this in like 3 or 4 straight games. Man. Like I almost bet it because in game ones, I don't want to overthink it. Generally, the star players show out, and it's those guys that lead it. I agree with you. I think I would take Tatum and over. Greg, what do you think? I think
if I'm looking at the Knicks side of things, I would go with Karl Anthony Towns. I think that he has to continue to score. 21 is not absurd. And, a guy that when he starts feeling it, like we saw last series, he has no fear of throwing it up and getting hot and staying hot. So 21 for the game for him doesn't seem absurd. At the same time, I think that, the Knicks are eventually going to let go of the rope in this one. And I think that this is a great spot for my guy, Al Horford. I think that 6.5 is very low. We know what happens with him in playoffs. He seems to just keep showing up. The guy is the ageless wonder. I feel like he just continues to be in the playoffs every year, and he has no problems hitting a couple threes. Finds a way out there, long rebounds, just is around the ball. A guy that has a good sense of the basketball, and I think that number is pretty low. So over 7.5, over 6.5 for Horford tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. That's a very attainable number. Yeah, I agree. Matty Boy said, can someone get this man a damn egg? Look, man, like, I'm going to go on a quick rant here real quick. Like, if you hate your job and don't care, just stop showing up. Like, it is annoying to go somewhere and constantly have to ask, like, hey, you left out an entire piece of the meal here. Hey, do you think I could get a straw with this drink? Or do you want me to just, smash it on the table and lick it off like I'm a dog? Like, what is the matter with you? Why is this so difficult? Like, I don't understand it. Like, and I totally understand this, that companies deal with just not paying people. All right. But to be completely honest with you, dude, I remember working when the minimum wage was $5. All right. You just went and did the damn job. Like, Christ, man. It is annoying. Like, you cannot get customer service anywhere. And that's why, look, there's going to be a change in the economic bank accounts for probably everyone in America coming up pretty soon. And I'm not making it political. But what I am saying is that these companies that did not invest in customer service, let them go to hell. Let nature take their course. And I don't want to hear from any of those people bitching that they want to find a job. No, dude, you did it to yourself. I don't care. I don't have any money for you. Don't ask me for $100 at the gas station. You could take a rocket ship straight to hell. Do not care. Absolutely do not care. Because, trust me, if there's anybody around here who visits service industry types, restaurants, fast food, etc., I bet I've got more hours logged than anyone else. and I see it. It is dog shit service that you give constantly. So I do not care if you go out of business. I do not care. The rest of us have to get up and work. I do not care. It takes 7 hours to do graphics constantly. All right? Dude, do your damn job, man. I'm tired of it. All right, sorry. So it is why Chick-fil-A is the GOAT. I agree with that. They absolutely understand. Customer service is important. Getting things right is important. It absolutely is. So whenever things do take a downturn, and again, I'm not making it political, but there's probably going to be an economic change here. Support businesses that put an emphasis on it. Support them. And ones that don't, let nature take its course. Don't pray for them. Don't give them money. Let them go to hell. Please. That's the only way that this fixes this. So anyways, back to betting player props. I just have to get off my chest. It's absolutely unbelievably simple to give customer service. It's not hard. It's just effort. That's all you have to do. And there's none. Speaking of effort, takes that to hit threes. I'll go first since I just gave an idiot rant here. But my God, man. Anyways, I'll stop there. All right, threes. I'm obviously on Jaylen Brown, over 1.5. I'm absolutely for someone other than Tatum scoring. It's going to take more. Jaylen Brown, usually game ones, it's a pretty good spot. He'll put up a decent amount of threes here, of opportunities. I think we can get it. Brad, throw it over to you.
Man, there's a lot of ugly numbers. They are really not wanting anybody to play a lot of these. I probably go under on Derek White tonight, 3.5, because I just don't think they're going to need him in game one. I think Tatum's going to take over, and I think they're going to need him in a few games. So he might not shoot as much, might pass it off. So we're going under on Derek White, 3.5.
Greg, where you go?
I mean, it just goes hand in hand. I have to look at Brunson over threes. Getting a plus number, he's going to have to fire. He has no fear of firing. And to stick around in this game, he's going to have to make a few. So I think that over 2.5 for him is a pretty decent number. And I'll stay with my guy Horford. I just talked about him hitting a couple threes. So plus 165 for Horford to hit 2 tonight. Give it to me. I'll take it.
There we go. I like it, man. Roger said, it's about common sense. No, it's gone. Common sense is absolutely out the window. It's absolutely gone. Absolutely gone. You know what, Pat? So was mine. McDonald's. I was 15. All right. And days that I didn't have practice, I would go and work all night. Work the drive-thru. 15. All right. Was happy to do it. And again, not to go old man on it. And we won't talk about jobs, the economy, but dude, it's not hard. And, they talk about, robots are taking our job. Good. Because they don't screw it up. I'm absolutely for it. If you're terrible enough that a non-sentient being can take your job, sorry. That's the whole point. You could go out and make a difference. That's the first thing that I would do is I would look at the robot and say, okay, it can take an order and process it. That's about it. It can't go over and ask somebody, hey, how is everything? You need some napkins? You need a refill? Can't do that. And I would focus on that. But no, why critically think? Why do any of that? Let's just stand there, the thumb up our ass. Yeah, all right. Next game. Sorry. Nuggets, points, Thunder, points. Greg, throw it over to you first. What do you got? They got on mute.
There was a comment earlier that I liked about it as well. I think that Jamal Murray under 20 and a half points is pretty decent. I think he's going to really have to expend a lot of energy. He's going to get run all over the court. He's also going to have to be chasing this younger Thunder staff. I think that it's a little bit, riskier, a little bit juicy, but under 20 and a half for Jamal Murray tonight. And then on the other side, I would look at my guy Chad Holmgren tonight. I think that 16.5 is a pretty darn good number. How many guys can this Nuggets team guard and chase? It's going to leave somebody open. I think that Holmgren's a great guy for it, so I do like his over tonight.
Brad, where you go?
Oof. I'll take Christian Braun under 12.5. I think some of those other guys might. And if this is potential for blowout, I think that these guys could just get shelved away for later. So under on Christian Braun. And then I'll take the over on Shai. I know it's a big number, but I think he wants to come out and prove a point, and he loves to drive and get to the foul line. I love free throws when I bet an over on points. It's going to be Shai.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Look, I agree with Justin here. Look, give me Alex Caruso over 6.5 points. I completely agree. It's an attainable number. And if it's a blowout, could get some more minutes. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do it. I'm going Caruso, man. I think that's my play. And I see people talking about, some of their first jobs. I had a job in the summer. All right. I used to get just pelted on driving ranges with dudes, with drivers. Blasting off. Right. And then, all right, I would go and twice a month. I don't know if anybody's ever familiar with Robert or Cisco. All right. The food, not manufacture, but they supply food, to a lot of companies. Massive. Well, they have these trucks that are like 100 feet long, and they are full stainless steel, refrigerated trucks. Outside is just stainless steel that just reflects the sun off of it. It will literally burn you. Okay. I used to have to wash those trucks, 90 of them in a day. All right. Pressure washing, scrubbing them, spraying the rims, white rims on those big ass tires, and then go on the inside of a refrigerated truck in the summer. All right. That has eggs caked all over it. All right. Smells horrible. Dude. Putting a McMuffin in a bag is not difficult. You're in air conditioning. You can to make a drink anytime that you want. Hell, I've seen people smoking cigs outside the drive-thru. It's literally the easiest job. I've done that job. Like, again, I'm going to get banned from every McDonald's ever. 3. Greg, where are you going?
Not to McDonald's after this.
No, we're not going. Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. Let me go Biscuitville any day of the week. If I was looking at threes today, I'd look at Jokic over 1.5. I think it's a pretty reasonable number for what we're going to have to get for this Nuggets team to hang around. On the other side as well, this is a tough one with the way that this team plays. But you know what? I'll stick right with where I was before. I'll take Caruso at over 1.5 threes plus 165. I think that those are both reasonable spots.
Yeah. You know what? I like it. I like Caruso. Mario, be short and curly. You next McMuffin. Hey, gonna be somebody bailing my ass out of county. That's what it's gonna be. Because I'll go right through that window. All right, Brad, what you got, dude?
I'm going to go with the under on Westbrook, under 1.5 threes. I'd love to see a few bricks and then lose all that confidence. Who doesn't love taking an under on points with Westbrook? And then I'm also going to give me Chet Holmgren. I think he wants to make a statement over 1.5 threes. Just need 2. So give me Chet.
All right. I like it. Jokic. I think that's the way I'm going to go. I mean, minus 135. That's why I didn't play it. But, yeah. I mean, if I had to choose from here, yeah, I'd definitely go. Okay. All right. We got baseball. Okay. So let's hit the picks here real quick. Everybody who came in. And again, I apologize for ranting. But, it's more than food, even though it seems to always be around food. It's effort, man. And it is. Look, I don't want to go like old man, yelling at a cloud, but that was the one thing that I would get my ass whipped for in anything, right? Like if like being lazy was not an option. Like that's the thing that I don't understand. Like it was not an option. Like with anything, man. Like I just don't get it, man. People just raised differently, I guess. But dude, and I'm not kidding. It was an ass whooping, dude. That belt came off fast. Dude, Major League Baseball, dude, bat swing level, dude. That thing was out. Dude, I just don't get it. Like, being lazy was not an option. What also is not an option is Pete Alonso. You're going to have to get yourself a run today, Hoss. Taking the 1+ run, -120. Mookie Betts, over 1.5 total bases, +125. Sean Murphy, the Braves, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, +115. Jaylen Brown, for 1.5 threes, -115. Greg, what you got?
Thunder tonight, -9 in the NBA. We've got Cubs money line and the Mariners A's over 9 in Major League Baseball. We've got the Kia Tigers over 5.5 team total, as well as the LG Twins on the run line tonight in South Korea.
There we go. Brad, what you got?
We're headed to that afternoon matchup in Spain's La Liga 2, also known as the Segunda Division, in a matchup between Castellón and Sporting Gijón. We're taking both teams to score at -140. The league is trending above 68% the last 3 match weeks for the both teams to score. We're going to ride that trend at Castellón, both teams to score -140.
There we go. And you know what? Look, this will be the last thing I say on it. Roger said it best. I was on a McDee's grill last summer. 5 solid hours of running like a dog. Some of these jobs are easy, but not all. Wore my old ass out. It will when you're the only one working. Like, that's the problem. Like, Roger, I completely agree with you, right? And that's the issue, is it puts everyone else who is busting their ass, they have to do it more. And they have to pick up everyone else's slack. I feel you 1,000,000%, Roger. Like, you nailed it right there. That's the annoying thing. And it's like, you're in a spot where you can't say anything, right? You might have been probably one of the newer, dudes that are working there, right? And you're just trying to work, get some money. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I think you nailed it right there, because it will wear you out. You have to pick up everyone else, man. Like, that's the most annoying part. And at the end of the day, all your hard work is for naught, because the people that are interfacing with the customer screwed it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't wish that people out of jobs, but some of these companies, man, like, it's the only way that they will not get it. You could write emails all day long, and I do it, man. Like, those customer comment cards are on an app. Dude, I will absolutely drop notes in there to help, like, positively, like, hey, whoever owns this, buddy, you might want to take a look here. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? So then I don't put it on the worker. I put it on the dude who owns it. He doesn't care. But anyways, Roger, that was the best point. I'll stop talking about it. But you nailed it right there. Like, the folks who work hard, they're the ones that pay for it. And I hate it for you, because you're busting your ass. All right, now, weather. Major League Baseball. Dodgers and the Marlins. Okay, again, I mean, we keep talking about it. You've got some rain possibilities here, but not much. 80 degrees. Feels like it's almost 90 degrees. Humidity everywhere. What do we do? Keep riding it? Keep riding it. I mean, it's proven. And the wind is nothing. 6 degrees. It's blowing in. That didn't mean anything. If the Dodgers show up, they could mash. They could absolutely mash. Padres and the Yankees. I'm going to be honest. This game probably gets rained out. It probably gets rained out. I mean, look at those percentage precipitation chances. Massive. Like, we probably don't get through this game. But I wanted to highlight that because, again, if you bet, Padres-Yankees game, just be aware. And then also, if they do play it, you got winds that are blowing heavily in here too. So might be a day. I don't know. I mean, it all depends on if they even get through it and what the rain looks like up there. Mariners and the A's. So wind is definitely blowing in. Definitely blowing in. Temperature's solid, but you're gonna have to deal with that wind. That's a real thing. Yeah. We don't have anything great in regards to weather. Again, this one right here, Padres and the Yankees, that one's probably going to be rained out. I would be surprised if they get through it, especially with it starting at 7 o'clock Eastern. Yeah. Just pay attention. Yeah, Mario, could be a no-run first inning type game. I don't know. I don't have anything bet on it, but I just definitely wanted to have and let you guys be aware, of what we're dealing with here. Okay, so let's play our games here. Home runs. All right. Shohei Ohtani, 275. Pete Alonso, 280. Corbin Carroll, 310. Matt Olson of the Braves, 450. Mookie Betts, pictured there, the Dodgers, 700. Brad, where you go?
I'm going to take the chalk. Give me Shohei. Taking a bomb, lefty.
Yeah, I agree. It's, my God, it's due. It's absolutely due. Greg, where you going?
Let's stick on the same team. We'll go Mookie at 7-1.
7-1. Okay.
Yeah, I think Mookie at plus 700 is an outright spot as well with what he can do with one swing.
Yeah, I agree. Mookie 700 is a solid play. I'm going to go Pete Alonso plus 280. I do think that the Mets have an opportunity here to put up some runs. Now, we've thought about that. Same deal with the Red Sox, and they just cannot function as human beings. But yeah, I do think the Mets, I think they've got themselves a nice opportunity today. So drop in who you like in regards to hitting a home run. Let's take a look at our historicals here. Yeah, I mean, look, Pete Alonso against Ryan Nelson, 9 at-bats, 4 hits, 3 home runs. Michael Conforto against your boy Sandy there, the Marlins, 30 at-bats, 8 hits, 3 bombs. The Mets are all over this one here. All over it. Juan Soto, Ryan Nelson, 12 at-bats, 3 hits, 2 home runs, 5 walks. 5 walks. Pay attention to that. Jesse Winker, again, he is all over these historicals. 8 at-bats, 3 hits, 2 home runs. You see Aaron Judge against Nick Pivetta. 18 at-bats, 5 hits, 2 home runs, 5 walks. Sean Murphy against Brady Singer. 8 at-bats, 5 hits, 2 home runs, 2 doubles. And keep going down the list. Max Muncy, solid. Mookie Betts, solid. Shohei Ohtani, solid. Got a lot of Dodgers here. Again, Francisco Alvarez against Ryan Nelson's name is all over this list, as is Brady Singer. You see him. Matt Olson got a history against him. All right, Austin Riley got a history against him. Riley hit 2 bombs. So yeah, that's filtered by home runs. Now let's throw the inverse here. A lot of Pirates. Brian Reynolds, Adam Frazier. All right, Brian Hayes, Tommy Pham down there at the bottom, former Cardinal. All right, Freddie Freeman. All right, 9 hits, 32 at bats, solid. Again, I don't know if the Padres and the Yankees are going to play today. Will Smith, 6 hits, 14 at bats, solid. Austin Barnes, 3 at bats, 2 hits. Teoscar Hernandez, hitting 333. And look at that. All 3 are doubles. 3 out of 9, 3 of them are doubles. So you got a ton, man. Ton. Let's take a look at our hitting streaks here. Aaron Judge, like I said, man, we had him over 2.5 yesterday. Unfortunately, didn't get there, but he did have a hit. Did score a run. Leads Major League Baseball, 14 straight games with a hit. J.B. Crawford, 12 straight games. C.J. Abrams, 10 straight games. Nito, 10 straight games. Look at Big Freddie. 9 games there for your boy. And just keep going down the list. Vladimir Guerrero, 7 straight games. Dansby Swanson, 6 straight games. Travis Deneau, 6 straight games. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, unfortunately, pour one out for our boy Bobby Witt. Even though he went off yesterday. Did you guys see that? Your boy went crazy Crazy big. Okay. I think that's all we've got. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit our picks one more time before we get out of here. Brad, start us off. What you got?
Got that afternoon matchup in Spain's second division or Segunda Division, La Liga 2, in a matchup between Castellón and Sporting Gijón. Both teams to score -140.
There we go. Greg, what you got?
NBA. You and I are going back and forth with our mute. You and I, NBA, we're on the Thunder today, -9. We are on the Cubs money line and Mariners A's over that 9 tonight in MLB. And in South Korea late this evening, the Kia Tigers team total over 5.5. And the LG Twins on the run line.
There we go. All right, I'm on Pete Alonso, 1+ run, -120. Mookie Betts, over 1/2 total bases, +125. Sean Murphy, over 1/2 hits, runs, and RBIs, +115. Jaylen Brown, Celtics, over 1/2 threes at -115. All right, before we get out of here, Brad, anything soccer-wise that we need to know about?
Well, today we have a few of those top leagues mixed in. You have a lot of these lower leagues mixed in, and then you're going to have UCL, Champions League, Tuesday and Wednesday. There's just one match on both, the semifinal match. And those are both leg 2. And then Thursday you have the Europa Conference League, leg 2 as well. So what you're really having is some difficult bet soccer with aggregate totals mixed in. So be very, very careful on what you do this week. The weekend has a lot better fixtures. And then if we look back at the MLS this past weekend, we highlighted that the scoring has kicked up. Again, this weekend, the scoring stayed relatively hot. And Japan last week asked about those both teams to score over 2.5. I wanted to do a little more research, make sure I had the correct information. Well, do you really want to play both teams to score? Do you really want to play the over 2.5 goals in the MLS? Well, it's broken down here. 9-1-1 ties, which means only 9 of the 163 matches stated that both teams to score without hitting that over 2.5. That is just under 50% for the both teams to score and over 2.5. So if you're really going to be betting both teams to score, it looks like that over 2.5 is coming in. We saw that this past weekend. So that's really what we're seeing in the MLS. What else do we have? This week in soccer is really not a great betting week. Today's a half unit bet for me as well. We have some difficult matchups, but once this is done, these leagues are just starting to kick in again. It's just going to be a better time. All those eyes are not staring at these big matches. We're not getting that convolution in the midweek fixtures. So just soccer, it's tough right now, but we're going to continue to recap it, highlight it, make sure we're on the right sides. And our MLS pick from last week and this past weekend absolutely smashed. We're going to be looking at a very similar matchup for this next weekend. We'll highlight it on Wednesday, and we'll be back to talk about it on Friday.
There we go. Nice work. Nice work. Even on a week where there's really not a lot going on, still nailed it. I just like seeing you smile. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for dealing with me and listening to my rants. Yeah, hopefully they entertain you. I got to entertain myself somehow, or I'll just go absolutely insane and just start launching food bags right back. I almost did that. I swear to you, I almost took it and just launched a 4-seamer right into the window. And you know what? I wouldn't even want it open. I want it to go through the window, and I want somebody to come over there and say, what the hell just happened? And say, read that receipt, look in that bag, and see if you could figure it out. Because I know the robot is the only one that didn't do this. The robot got it right. Sorry, that made me think of Fast and Furious. The Buster brought me back. Sorry. Anyways. All right. Everybody have a good day. We'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern today. I will not be going to get food before that show so that we can all be sane and just have a nice little degenerate betting show. All right, everybody. Best of luck. Cash these tickets. And we'll see you this afternoon. God, who went through and messed up all of this? We'll see you this afternoon.
Who's got it better than us? Nobody!